Have you ever noticed how some men can appear completely indifferent after pulling away? As if nothing ever happened, as if the bond that once existed had simply vanished. They respond less. They seem distant. Sometimes they even act as if they are perfectly fine without you. This deeply affects many women, as it creates a silent and painful doubt. Does he really not miss me? But here's something few people explain clearly. The fact that a man seems cold and distant does not necessarily mean he doesn't feel your absence. Many men handle emotions in a completely different way. Rather than expressing, they shut down. Instead of talking, they withdraw. In place of showing vulnerability, they create distance. And this is precisely why many women end up making a mistake that completely ruins any chance he may have of missing them genuinely. They try to compensate for his distance with more presence, more messages, more attempts to engage in conversation, more explanations, more effort. Yet, there's a very simple psychological principle in human relationships. People miss what they no longer have access to. When someone is constantly available, the brain doesn't register absence. It registers only continuity. Therefore, the first thing that makes a man start to deeply miss you is something many women struggle to do. You create space, not space as a form of punishment, not as a game, but as a natural consequence of someone who has decided to preserve their emotional dignity. When you stop being always available, something shifts within the dynamic between you. He starts to notice something he didn't need to before. Your presence is no longer guaranteed, and the human brain reacts very strongly when something that seemed assured is no longer so. Another thing that makes a man truly miss you is when he realizes that your life hasn't come to a halt. Many women, after distancing themselves from someone significant, enter an emotional pause. The routine loses its color, motivation dwindles. Everything seems to revolve around the absence of that person. But the most powerful psychological effect occurs when the opposite takes place. You keep living. You start investing in yourself again. You begin to take care of your energy. You reconnect with friends, interests, and goals. Gradually, your life regains momentum. This creates something very strong, because when he realizes that your absence didn't break you, but also didn't go completely unnoticed, a strange feeling emerges within him. He sees that you didn't just stand still waiting. You moved on, and often it is at this moment that he starts to mentally revisit the times you shared together, because the contrast becomes evident. Previously, he had easy access to your presence. Now he realizes that this access has changed. Another extremely powerful point is when you stop reacting to everything he does. Some men, even after distancing themselves, still observe. They check your social media. They notice if you react to their things. They perceive whether they still have emotional impact on you. When every little action of his still triggers an immediate reaction, he understands that his influence remains strong. But when your demeanor becomes calmer, more balanced, less reactive, something shifts. He begins to notice that the emotional position has changed. You're no longer revolving around his actions, and this provokes something very powerful in a man's mind: curiosity. Because men tend to value more what they can't fully read. Another element that makes a man miss you is emotional memory. Many women believe that making someone miss them depends on provoking jealousy or showing their ray moving on quickly. But most of the time, what truly leaves an impression on a man isn't games. It's the experiences he shared with you, the deep conversations, the light-hearted moments, the unexpected laughter, the sense of comfort that enveloped you both when you were together, when you stepped back with maturity and without creating chaos. Those memories remain untouched, and over time, they start to resurface in his mind, because the human brain has a curious tendency. It softens conflicts and retains the good memories. That's why often a man begins to miss you, not right after the separation, but weeks or months later, when silence allows for remembrance. Yet perhaps the most powerful aspect of all has nothing to do with strategy. You genuinely reconnect with your own worth. When a woman starts to live in alignment with her true self, without relying on someone else as emotional validation, something shifts in how she presents herself to the world. The energy transforms, the posture changes, the confidence grows, and when a man realizes that the woman he once knew continues to evolve, to grow, to live without needing to chase after him, it sparks a silent question in his mind. Did I let something rare slip away? This question marks the beginning of deep longing, because missing someone isn't just about recalling their existence. It's recognizing that their presence had an impact now absent from your life. Often, this impact is only recognized when access is lost. Now, I want to ask you a very sincere question. Do you want someone to miss you because you begged for attention, or because your absence left an undeniable void? Because there's a vast difference between these two scenarios. Women who understand their own value don't spend their time trying to convince someone to feel something. They simply live in a way that makes their presence, and especially their absence, hold significance. And when this occurs, even the coldest man may begin to realize, too late, just how much her presence truly meant. If this video resonated with you, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Here, we delve into relationships, masculine behavior, and feminine value in a profound and direct manner. In the next video, I will reveal 7 signs that a man is emotionally confused about you, even if he tries to appear indifferent. I'll see you in the next video.